Safari park trips gone wrong. If you have a travel bucket list, a safari is almost certainly on it. From elephants to hippopotamuses to cheetahs, these eye-opening adventures provide us a closer look at creatures and their environments. However, hazardous animal interactions can and do occur, despite the best efforts of the tour operator and the safari resort. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell as we look into these safari park trips that went wrong. Leopard tragedy. Wild animals, of course, don't choose when and who they attack, and unfortunately, they occasionally target children. When a leopard kidnapped and killed a 3-year-old boy in Uganda's Queen Elizabeth National Park in May 2018, his family was definitely distraught. According to a wildlife authority, the leopard attacked and murdered the youngster in the tourist-friendly protected area. The victim, the son of a safari ranger, was attacked while following his nanny to a kitchen outside their residence in Queen Elizabeth National Park, according to Bashir Hanji, a spokesman for the Uganda Wildlife Authority. That day, the boy's mother was working and had left him in the care of the nanny. The nanny heard the youngster scream before seeing the beast drag the boy into the bush. Despite her best efforts, the nanny was unable to stop the large cat. Hippo attack. Carol Kirkin, a 75-year-old Michigan lady, would always look forward to spending time with her family on vacation every year. However, this grandmother's journey to Africa in 2017 was, unfortunately, her last. She died on an African safari after being assaulted by a hippopotamus in Tanzania. Robert Kirkin, her son, held her as she died. She was stubbornly shooting for 100, having died at 75 years old. If it hadn't been for the accident, she would have easily accomplished her goal. Her family said in her obituary, "We are shocked and in deep sorrow by her early departure from our lives." It's unclear what transpired during the event, but hippos are often considered to be among Africa's most deadly creatures. They may weigh from 3,500 to 6,000 pounds and have been known to defend their territory ferociously. Before the incident, Carol Kirkin shared photographs from her journey to Tanzania on Facebook, including one of her smiling face while waiting on an aircraft heading for Tanzania. The sighting of many magnificent creatures today, including 4 to 5 hippos and bull elephants, was noted in one of her posts. Trampled by a gorilla. A couple was on their honeymoon when they went on a safari in Rwanda, when suddenly a wild gorilla appeared out of nowhere and attacked them. The newlywed husband managed to record his wife as a gorilla raced by her and pushed her to the ground in video footage shot in March of 2016. According to the Mirror, Gemma Cosgriff was on her honeymoon in Rwanda at the time of the event, and she and her husband were watching animals in Rwanda's Volcanoes National Park. Even though the fall appeared to be extremely scary, Cosgriff was unharmed. A lion attacked CHAPPELL. Catherine CHAPPELL, 29, was on vacation in South Africa and was photographing the location when a lioness grabbed the graphic effects artist. According to Express, witnesses said CHAPPELL had her windows down and was snapping photos of her surroundings only minutes before the lioness struck. Conversely, CHAPPELL was not in Johannesburg to take in the sights. Instead, the film editor was on a voluntary mission to conserve animals across the country. According to Scott Simpson, the assistant operations manager at Lion Park, CHAPPELL was murdered by the beast when the lioness approached from the passenger side and bit her through the glass. The windows were down, according to witnesses. According to Simpson, several signs advised tourists to keep their heads up, he added. Moreover, Pierre Potgieter, CHAPPELL's driver, was also taken to the hospital after sustaining arm injuries while fighting the lion and attempting to save his passenger. Potgieter, the owner of Calabash Tours, said he had a heart attack as a result of the incident. Buffalo stampede. A herd of buffalo stampeded and eventually crashed into a passenger automobile in South Africa's Kruger National Park, proving that it's not just big cats, elephants, and hippos that may be deadly on a safari. The group was on their way to a waterhole when they saw lions close by. The animals were presumably startled, and the herd bolted in the opposite direction, colliding with a white car. Although the automobile was nearly flipped over, luckily, no one was injured. A tiger murdered a woman in Beijing. The incident of a visitor being mauled by a tiger at Beijing's Badaling Wildlife Park was recorded on video by NBC News. The victim can be seen exiting the car and heading around to the driver's side door right before a tiger attacked her and dragged her away, even though tourists are advised to stay in their vehicles. Another lady attempted to save her but was attacked by another tiger. The first woman was critically injured, but the car's driver and kid were uninjured. A cheetah leaped into the Land Cruiser in which photographer Peter Heistein was escorting a party for Grand Roi safaris. According to KOMO News, Heistein recorded the event on camera, and the footage has now gone viral. Britton Hayes, Heistein's stepson, is shown sitting motionless with a frightened expression on his face, while the cheetah clutches the seat next to him in the footage. Eliza Jaff, a KOMO News radio anchor, posted a video of Hayes' close encounter on Facebook. Hayes was visiting Africa for the first time with his father, according to Heistein. His safari party came across 6 cheetahs, the photographer told Insider, and they stopped to eat lunch and study them. As the party shot the animals from the road, the cheetahs stood up and began to move in harmony. The 2 young boys broke away from the herd as the cheetahs neared the group's Land Cruiser and charged straight towards the visitors. One of the cheetahs then hopped onto the vehicle's bonnet, something Heistein said to Insider is not uncommon in the Serengeti. The other cheetah then entered the vehicle through one of the back windows. While climbing into a car by a cheetah is rare, Heistein feels the animal was merely curious rather than hostile. Fortunately, Alex Manyangabi, the group's skilled guide, kept Hayes calm and secure throughout the event. Hayes told KOMO News that the guide told him to calm down his breathing to keep the cheetah at rest until it was through exploring. The cheetahs finally left the car when they finished investigating, according to the photographer, who described the meeting as an incredible experience that the group would never forget. Impala Dash. A group of individuals experienced a once-in-a-lifetime adventure while visiting Kruger National Park in South Africa. An impala can be seen leaping through the passenger window of a Toyota Prado, with passengers inside, in video footage recorded by a woman in another automobile. Because the impala was attempting to flee a cheetah, it took refuge in the shortest and most convenient location available. When the vehicle's door was ultimately unlocked, the impala hopped out and ran away, presumably impressing the cheetah enough to abandon the pursuit. Samantha Pittendry, who recorded the incident on film, stated, "We witnessed the cheetah pursuing the impala. We noticed a couple of them turning around in the bushes, heading back toward the route they were fleeing. We saw the impala come out of the bushes all of a sudden, and then someone started shouting, 'It's in the car!' A safari may be a thrilling and an unforgettable adventure. However, despite the thrill, guides are eager to warn people that safaris are not vacations where you can kick back and relax. Visitors must always be alert. Which of these stories is most horrific in your opinion? And do you have any personal memories of being attacked by animals? Give us your thoughts in the comments section below. You remember the drill. Hit the like button, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and post this video.